Well, the Drama King is on his way to work. And it's May 22nd, I believe. And it's a little overcast, a perfect day for working. And yeah, it's just a frickin', we got an empty vessel here. We got a cargo ship that has nothing on it. I took the little guy up to the house last night so I'm gonna get that thing into shape. I'm gonna whip that thing into shape myself. I'm gonna take the bagger off. That's one of the most beautiful things in the world, because I have the Ballard bag catcher steel drum that works like crazy. I actually used it yesterday. That's another thing I was gonna throw away. Oh, I don't need this. That thing's junk. I spent $500 on it versus $3,500 for a bagger that plugs up. So that goddamn bag catcher from Ballard, that steel dryer drum, that's about the equivalent of what it is. The grass comes out of your machine, and that will pick up what grass or whatever it is, rocks, whatever. And it'll throw it, but it can't throw it up through the chute into the bags. It just doesn't work. The bagger plugs all the time. So here I had a request to bag, and I'm like, holy shit. So I got that great big goddamn bagger on the little guy. I'm gonna have to use the little guy to bag. Well, yesterday that Ballard bag catcher got its test. I had to do Darcy's, and she doesn't want any grass in the lawn. So I used it on her grass, and her grass was wet. My feet were soaked walking through there. Let me tell you what, that goddamn bagger just sucked every ounce of grass and put it into that green bag catcher. That bag catcher, silver bag catcher. So that was, so I'm gonna take the little guys up at the house, and I'm gonna make it be ditto to the big guy. Transmission's a little faulty. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I was gonna take it, and I did a bad thing. I had an appointment with that Paul. It was just an error on dates on my behalf because I'm so busy. I was supposed to take it in there Monday the 19th, and I thought it was Sunday. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So here Monday comes along, and yeah, just I've been so busy, I don't know my days. It's just incredible. But anyway, I got to get that goddamn thing fixed. Here's the deal with Paul, though, and I didn't purposely not go, because I firmly would have had him call me out an estimate, but I fucked up. I just messed up. But anyway, here's the deal with Paul, though. I think everything has a reason, Jesus. Even if it's a terrible route. I took it into Paul, and I said, yeah, I don't know, it warms up, and then it won't go, it has a hard time going forward and backwards. Once it warms up, the hydros are messed up. I said, I think from after reading and research, I think it might just need an oil change. Okay, or a hydraulic change. 2 hydraulic filters. I'd much rather pay $150 to have the hydro oil changed, as opposed, you know what he said? Oh no, nope, it needs a total rebuild. He didn't even look at, the goddamn mower wasn't even there. And he's already telling me the transmission needs a total rebuild for the tune of, whatever, $3,200. They'd pocket that fucking money and change the oil, the hydro oil, and just pocket that money, and this dummy doesn't know any different. It's like Kermit going into Sears to have a goddamn tire changed, and they're trying to get him to put new bumpers on because they tell him that the bumpers are bad because he's old. I guess I resemble that remark, huh? So anyway, I screwed up, and I feel bad for that with Paul, but in the same, and I gotta watch what I say because there's no Ferris dealers around or mechanics that I know of. I don't think I want that Paul working on the fucking thing. You know, I'm Lyndon O'Neill Haugen, the money pit. You know, they'll be fucking me. They'll be pouring sugar in the gas, saying you need to have a engine rebuilt. You know, people like that. Anyway, so I have to deal with that, but I am going to do what I can with the little guy and make sure that it's going good. Make sure that it's really freaking going good, because that thing is a sweetheart. That thing's got 4 years left, a good stoutful living left. 5 years probably. You know, so. Oh, and then here's another thing. Shit out here. You know, I've got so much going on with this thing. It's crazy. So, Bo and Stephanie and Sue and Steve, I kind of have it figured out how they like to deal with me now. And this is a two-way street here. This is how people deal. There's one of two ways how people deal with minions like me, employees, if you will. So what they can do, I'll tell you how Terry did it, but I'll tell you the other way that people do this. And this is, I think, Roseburg Forest Products to the max. There was always this fine line of friendliness. They knew, and it's like racehorses. They knew they couldn't be overly friendly with them. Don't give them 17 tons of grain. I mean, they just feel like they gotta be harsh with someone all the time, no matter how much they like them. You can only be 3% friendly to people. No more. Or they'll start taking advantage of you. You gotta be stern with people, or they're gonna just take you to the cleaners. So you just, no matter how much you like them and how much you want to be their friend, you never let that show. You only be just put a 3% smile on your face. So this is how these guys treat me. These people are from California. The confession came out this morning talking to Bo. I told him, I said, you know what? I feel like kind of a cold atmosphere here. I feel like it's, you know, a Sue, and I don't give a fuck anymore, you know, I don't care. I've done good enough. My shoulders are broadening. These motherfuckers aren't going to treat me like dog shit just because I'm an employee, and they're afraid if they treat me nice, even any kind of nice, that I'll just start bucking off. He says, you better make sure you're mowing every week. You're not going to miss that, are you? You know, this is their doubt. The California doubt is alive and well. You know, it's really freaking nuts. So it's like, Jesus Christ. You mean to tell me you think I'm going to just not do it? Just crazy stuff, really weird stuff. So I told him, I said, you know, I don't know. Sue gives me the cold shoulder, and I just feel like, you know, you guys are, you know, having a hard time being friendly there in so many words. So here's Terry's approach on that. My brother Terry, that was the superintendent of the mill up in Libby, and went around to all of the failing mills and put them into the green. PR, safety, the whole fucking works. Terry powered people with pride. You know, you'd go through the mill with Terry, and here he is, the superintendent, the guy that's only supposed to be 3% nice, and Terry's talking to the hourly about barbecuing this weekend. You want to come over next weekend for the barbecue? You know, that's how that works. That's how that is. You know, you power people with pride, you know, until they're fuck ups. You know, Stephanie's not friendly at all. She's just not kind. She just fucking purely isn't fucking kind. I think she's kind to people in her own little club, in her own little circle, very small circle, and that's it, you know. And from this point forward, here's Fuzzy Lake. It's starting to be fuzzy. There's Fuzzy Lake. And it is starting to be fuzzy. Just gonna treat me like dog shit all the way through. Make sure there's a full-blown gray area, so I never know where I stand. So I'm always trying to do better. They're tainting my apple cart. I mean, my whole apple cart in regards to Stephanie and Steve and all of the whole fucking works is tainted. My life is too short. I don't want to deal with these fuckers. And I've done nothing wrong. You know? And Stephanie and her mom are exactly the same, you know? They're just fucking, you know, I see that Bo and he's just sweating like a buck nigger and heat, working like a fucker. I'm sure he's having a fucked up life, living that kind of a life with them, you know? He's just a little lover boy minion is all he is, working his fucking ass off. I was thinking when I was laying in bed, I was thinking, now, what would I rather have? Because, see, they have a lot of fucking money. And I mean, Bo stepped into a mountain of money. So here's what I was thinking. What would I rather have? Would I rather have Stephanie and all that money and all the assuredness of all that fucking pocket fulls of money? Or would I rather be me and be just poetry and fucking motion when you have good people to deal with? And boy, it didn't take, you know, it's like, it isn't even a fucking question. It's like balls itch, you know. I'd much rather be me every fucking day of the week. So these people are, I'm going to replace them. I just have to. I don't want to. They can either turn the page. I'll tell them that I can see right through their fucking bullshit, and you're not going to treat me like dog shit to make sure that you get everything out of me. Bo was questioning whether I was going to show up every week, you know? And Stephanie's having a nervous fucking breakdown about the front yard, about the front entryway, you know? They don't look at it as an overall whole. It's that I'm a minion, you know? And Bo told me that. He said, in California, you know, we treat these people are assholes, and we don't trust any of them, you know, and if we smell something bad, we're going to get rid of you immediately. It's like, fuck. So, that's a little weird, a little unnerving, really weird. Kind of makes me want to fuck off for these fuckers, but that isn't I don't have an ounce of that in the fabric of my genes to do that, so that's out. But anyway, I'm okay. The business is strong as fuck. I have good people. And I'm about 3 customers away from Dee Mowing on these guys. Well, then I can give them the ultimatum. You know what? Let's sign a fucking contract. You know? And if you open your mouth up, you better fucking have a 100% smile on your face, not a 3% smile on your face when you talk to me. And never forget that, or you won't have me anymore. So, little venting there, but it ain't bad. It's a good day. It's a beauty. I'm busy as a one-armed paper hanger. I'm out of here for now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.